Let me be clear. 2026 is not the year you play it safe with your choices. This is the year people either lock in the right firearm or spend the next 5 years regretting it. Because the market, right now, it's flooded. Overhyped, overpriced, overpromised. But a few pistols stand above the noise. Battle-proven, precision-built, and brutally dependable. And here's the truth. Some of these aren't just guns. They're investments in survival, confidence, and legacy. So if you're serious about what you carry, hit that subscribe button because what you're about to see, most people will realize too late. This video is for educational purposes only and does not promote harm or unsafe use of firearms. Number 7. SIG Sauer P320 M.O.D. Let me start with something that changed the game, and I don't use that phrase lightly. The SIG Sauer P320 M.O.D. isn't just another polymer pistol. This is the platform that rewrote how modern handguns are built. Born from military DNA and trusted at the highest levels, this system was designed to adapt, evolve, and dominate under pressure. Here's where it gets interesting. The modular fire control unit. This isn't just a feature, it's a revolution. You can swap frames, slides, calibers, turning one pistol into multiple configurations depending on your mission. Compact for concealed carry, full size for duty, same core, same confidence. And when you put it in your hands, the trigger is clean, crisp, and consistent. Not gritty, not unpredictable, just pure control. The recoil impulse feels balanced, almost calculated, letting you stay on target shot after shot. This is engineering that doesn't fight you, it works with you. But here's the truth. This isn't just about specs. This is about trust. When things go wrong, when adrenaline hits, when every second matters, you want something that responds without hesitation. Price-wise, it sits in that smart zone. Not cheap, but not out of reach. And that's exactly why people regret skipping it, because later, they realize they could have had one platform that does it all. This isn't just a gun, it's a system, a mindset. And in 2026, it's one of the smartest decisions you can make. Number 6. Staccato C4X. Now this is where things change. Because the Staccato C4X isn't built for the average shooter, it's built for those who demand perfection every single time they press the trigger. This is not just a pistol. This is what happens when competition-grade precision meets real-world combat performance. Let me be clear. Staccato has already earned its place in elite circles, law enforcement, units, tactical professionals, and shooters who don't tolerate failure. And the C4X takes that legacy and sharpens it even further. This is a double-stack 1911 style platform, meaning you get that legendary smooth trigger but with modern capacity and control. The moment you fire it, you feel the difference. The trigger? Glass break crisp. No slack, no hesitation, just a clean surgical break. The recoil? Shockingly flat. It tracks so smoothly, it almost feels like the gun is guiding your aim instead of fighting it. Every shot feels deliberate, controlled, precise. But here's the truth. This level of performance comes at a price. And yes, it's expensive. But this isn't about saving money. It's about owning something that performs when everything is on the line. Because when you've experienced this level of refinement, going back feels like a downgrade. This isn't just a firearm you carry. It's one you respect, one you train with, one you rely on when failure is not an option. And in 2026, passing on the Staccato C4X? That's a decision a lot of people are going to regret. Number 5. Shadow Systems CR920 XL. But here's where it gets interesting, because not every great pistol needs to be full-size, heavy, or loud to prove its worth. The Shadow Systems CR920 XL is proof that compact doesn't mean compromise. It means precision, control, and smart design packed into something you can actually carry every single day. Let me be clear. This isn't just another micro-compact trying to ride the Glock-style wave. Shadow Systems took that familiar platform and completely refined it. Enhanced ergonomics, aggressive grip texture, and a frame that feels like it was molded for your hand. The moment you lock your grip in, you realize this thing is built for control under pressure. Now the performance. This is where it separates itself. The extended slide and barrel give it a smoother recoil impulse than most guns in its class. It doesn't snap, it flows. That means faster follow-up shots, tighter groupings, and more confidence when it matters most. And the trigger? Clean, predictable, and far more refined than what you'd expect from a carry-focused pistol. But here's the truth. In real-world situations, the best gun isn't the biggest, it's the one you actually carry. And the CR920 XL makes that decision easy. Slim, concealable, but still powerful enough to handle serious situations without hesitation. Price-wise, it sits above your typical budget carry gun, but that's because it delivers more. Better build, better feel, better performance right out of the box. This isn't just a concealed carry option, it's a daily companion. And in 2026, ignoring it? That's a mistake a lot of people won't realize until it's too late. Number 4. Glock 17 Gen 5. Let me say something that might sound simple, but carries serious weight. Legends don't fade, and the Glock 17 Gen 5 is living proof of that. While newer pistols chase innovation, this one quietly dominates through consistency, durability, and a reputation built over decades of real-world use. This isn't hype, this is history. Military units, law enforcement agencies, and millions of civilians have trusted this platform with their lives. And in 2026, it's still standing strong not because it changed everything, but because it never needed to. Now, here's where it earns respect: the Gen 5 upgrades. No finger grooves, improved grip ergonomics, enhanced barrel accuracy, and that refined Glock trigger system. It's not flashy, but it's brutally effective. Every shot feels predictable. Every cycle feels smooth. This is a machine designed to work no matter what. And reliability? Let me be clear. This thing runs. Dirty, clean, hot, cold, it doesn't care. It just keeps going. That's why people who skip it often come back later, realizing they overlooked one of the most proven platforms ever built. Yes, it's not the most modern looking. It doesn't scream for attention, but that's the point. This is quiet confidence in firearm form. This isn't just a pistol, it's a benchmark. And in 2026, not owning a Glock 17 Gen 5? That's not just a miss, it's a regret waiting to happen. Number 3. Wilson Combat 1911. Now this is where legacy meets perfection. The Wilson Combat 1911 isn't just a firearm, it's a statement. A symbol of craftsmanship, precision, and a time when things were built not just to function, but to last generations. Let me be clear, this is not your standard 1911. This is what happens when decades of gunsmithing mastery come together into one platform. Every edge refined, every component hand-fitted, every detail obsessed over. You're not just holding a pistol, you're holding hours of human precision engineered into steel. And the moment you press that trigger, you understand everything. It's not just smooth, it's surgical, a crisp, clean break that feels almost effortless. No stacking, no inconsistency, just pure control. The recoil? Straight back, controlled, predictable. This gun doesn't jump, it responds. But here's the truth. This level of refinement isn't for everyone. It demands respect. It demands training. And yes, it comes with a premium price tag. But that's because this isn't mass-produced performance. It's handcrafted excellence. This is the kind of firearm you pass down. The kind you trust not just because of specs, but because of what it represents. Reliability, heritage, and unmatched feel. In a world chasing polymer and shortcuts, this stands tall as a reminder of what true quality looks like. And in 2026, overlooking the Wilson Combat 1911 isn't just a missed opportunity. It's ignoring a legend that refuses to be replaced. This is the kind of firearm you pass down. The kind you trust not just because of specs, but because of what it represents. Reliability, heritage, and unmatched feel. In a world chasing polymer and shortcuts, this stands tall as a reminder of what true quality looks like. And in 2026, overlooking the Wilson Combat 1911 isn't just a missed opportunity, it's ignoring a legend that refuses to be replaced. But here's the deeper truth. This pistol isn't just about performance on paper. It's about how it makes you feel when you rack the slide, when you feel the steel, when you understand it's been built with patience, not speed. This is craftsmanship that doesn't age. It improves with time, becoming more personal with every round fired. Number 2. Springfield Hellcat Pro. Now this is where modern carry truly evolves. The Springfield Hellcat Pro isn't trying to be flashy. It's built to solve a real problem, giving you full-size performance in a package you can actually carry every day without compromise. Let me be clear. Springfield didn't just shrink a pistol and call it Pro. They engineered this thing from the ground up to dominate the concealed carry space. Slim profile, high capacity, and a balance that feels almost unnatural in a good way. The moment it sits in your hand, you realize this is control without bulk. Here's where it gets serious. Capacity. You're looking at numbers that used to belong to larger duty pistols, now packed into something this sleek. That alone changes the game. Because in real-world scenarios, more rounds without sacrificing comfort, that's not a luxury, that's an advantage. And performance? Smooth recoil, fast sight acquisition, and a trigger that's consistent enough to build confidence shot after shot. It doesn't fight you, it works with you. Whether you're at the range or in a high-stress moment, it stays predictable. But here's the truth. A lot of people overlook this pistol because it doesn't scream for attention. And that's exactly why they regret it later. Because once they try it, they realize how much they've been missing. Price-wise, it sits in that perfect middle ground, accessible, but far from cheap in performance. This isn't just a carry gun, it's a smart choice. And in 2026, ignoring the Hellcat Pro? That's a mistake people won't forget. This isn't just a carry gun, it's a smart choice. And in 2026, ignoring the Hellcat Pro? That's a mistake people won't forget. But what most shooters realize too late is this comfort changes everything. If a pistol is too big, too heavy, or too awkward, you won't carry it consistently. The Hellcat Pro solves that problem silently. It disappears on your body but shows up when it matters most, making it one of the most practical defensive tools of this generation. Number 1. Zev OZ9 Compact. And now, we end with something that doesn't follow the rules, it rewrites them. The Zev OZ9 Compact isn't just another striker-fired pistol. This is what happens when performance obsession meets engineering freedom. It looks different, feels different, and shoots on a completely different level. Let me be clear. This isn't your typical polymer frame handgun. At the heart of the OZ9 is a steel receiver embedded into the frame, giving it a weight distribution that changes everything. The balance feels tighter, more planted, like the gun is locked into your hands. And when you fire it, you immediately notice the difference. Recoil doesn't snap, it settles. The muzzle stays flatter, transitions are faster, and follow-up shots feel almost effortless. This is the kind of control that competitive shooters chase, but here, it's built right into the platform. Now, let's talk about the trigger, because this is where Zev really makes its mark. Clean, sharp, and incredibly responsive. Every press feels intentional. No mush, no drag, just precision you can feel. But here's the truth. This level of performance comes with a higher price tag, and that's exactly why people hesitate. But later, they realize they passed on something truly different, something built for shooters who demand more than average. This isn't just a pistol, it's a statement of intent. And in 2026, not owning the Zev OZ9 Compact? That's not just missing out, it's falling behind. This isn't just a pistol, it's a statement of intent. And in 2026, not owning the Zev OZ9 Compact? That's not just missing out, it's falling behind. And here's what separates it from the rest. It's not trying to be average in any category. It's built for shooters who understand control, balance, and precision at a deeper level. Every detail feels intentional. Every shot feels engineered. Once you experience it, standard pistols don't feel the same anymore. They feel like compromise. Outro. So, here's the truth. In 2026, the difference between a smart buyer and a regretful one comes down to decisions like these. These aren't just pistols. They're tools built for pressure, for survival, for moments where hesitation isn't an option. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one are you choosing? And which one do you think people are sleeping on? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you're serious about staying ahead of the curve, Hit subscribe because the next video might just save you from your next big mistake.